Here is the starting lineup for the visiting Cleveland Cavaliers. At power forward, Dean Wade. Basketball there.
Here we are. Early in the NBA season, and teams focus on situational awareness. Doris, what have you noticed so far this season?
Yeah, Kev, these situations are really all about execution, right? Are players poised in late clock situations? First of all, do they recognize where the shot clock is? Can they adeptly and quickly read defenses? So those are some of the things I'm watching for.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. A loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. Evan Mobley is out there with Wade. And it's Powell in at the 3 slot. Here's Dick. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist.
Not just a jump shooter. Dick can operate inside that restricted area.
And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
The shot's good from Quickly.
That's the handles of Immanuel Quickley on display. This guy is so good with the ball in his hands.
A reserve through his first 3.5 seasons. Quickly now stepping indoors to a starting role.
You know, Kevin, you go from instant offense role off the bench to now being a lead guard. The responsibility takes an extraordinary step up. But this guy is clearly ready. Quickly wanted to be a starter in this league.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Darko Rajakovic and I got a chance to talk for a little bit. So for much of the brief time I had with him, he was talking about Evan Mobley. He said this kid is not a kid. This is a mature big man who affects all aspects of the game at both ends. But in particular, he's worried about Mobley's defensive presence and his ability to guard every position on the floor. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. Toronto, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Knocked away. Powell against Ingram. A second chance effort. Mobley with the rebound.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Nice break. Here come the Raptors. Puts it up from 17, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
And how about when Ingram turns on the Jets, especially there in transition?
Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Let's check in for the Raptors. A switch here also for Cleveland. Mamu Kelishvili is checked in. And there's the call on Evan Mobley. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Quickly. That one goes. Counted. Quickly's got his second basket.
This has always been a part of Immanuel Quickley's arsenal. That floater is on point.
And the defense of this Raptors team, Craig, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. Makes defending a much easier prospect.
And so Quickly will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors, trailing by 2. Outside, Barrett hands it from downtown.
Wow, the answer from R.J. Barrett. That three-point big-time delivery.
Cleveland's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Well, why did Donovan Mitchell win the dunk contest? Case in point right there.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. The Raptors have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. All right, guys, I'm told we're about to connect to our insider, Shams Charania, who has a beat on something. Hey, Shams, what's the story?
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The intel today is out of the Bay Area. The Warriors with an early season transaction. They've made a blockbuster move. Bringing in a guy like Giannis can change everything for you. You can run the offense through him, foul line down. He's one of the best finishers we've ever seen. Then, of course, there's the defense and rebounding, also elite. You add in the leadership he provides. This deal is a no-brainer.
Thank you, Shams. Great to hear from you as always. Some changes for Toronto. Chris Boucher's checked in for Perk. Barnes comes in for Ingram. And it's Walter in for Grady Dick. Quickly kicks to Barnes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
You can see how well Scotty Barnes moves on a basketball floor. I mean that north and south, and what hops this young man has.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 11. It's stolen. Cloak loose. Here's Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
40 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And here's Barrett. Pass to Barnes. Boucher with a screen on Jones. They grab their own miss. And the dunk by Boucher.
Well, that's about positioning and length and athleticism. Boucher doing the job on the offensive rebounding end.
Jones for 3 drills the three-pointer.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Toronto shooting their first foul shots of the night here. And he knocks down the first one.
At the line for Toronto.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. There's 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Puts up a deep 3. The offensive rebound. Garland kicks to Okoro. From outside the arc. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for it. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Cavaliers. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll return shortly. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Cavaliers?
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
On the floor for Cleveland getting going here in the second. They've got Derek Jones. He's out there with Okoro. Ben Simmons is out there with Evan Mobley. And it's Jerome in at the shooting guard position. When you think about Scotty Barnes, Doris, it's amazing how good he already is.
Kev, it's remarkable that he can affect almost every aspect of the game at a high level, meaning he can guard the opponent's best player, but he can also fill up the box score on the offensive end. Points, assists, rebounds, he can do it all.
Norman Powell's checked in for Okoro. Pass to Barrett. Driving to the basket. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And Jones has it in the corner. Takes the 3. Sinks the triple. Jones has got 6.
Wow, pretty pass from Powell. This guy has great instincts as a scorer. That time sets up his teammate.
Here's Shed. Guarded by Simmons. Barrett kicks to Barnes. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Cleveland's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Knocks down the 3 ball. Jerome's got the lead up to 3 now for the Cavs.
just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Timeout.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And Cleveland making a change here. Garland's checked in. And now it's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best fast break teams from a season ago. Number 1, the Raptors.
Do they love to run? I mean, nobody did it better. They would get out in the lanes and push the ball even after makes. And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul. It seems every season, Doris, we have players speak out on being unhappy with their role.
Well, consider, Kevin, that if you're one player on a roster in the NBA, how coveted each of those spots are, but also how competitive they are. You don't get there without that nature, which means you want to play.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Darius Garland, the son of former NBA player Winston Garland, said that he was a sponge growing up listening to his dad. He hung on every word about playing point guard. Darius says, I learned the little things much quicker. He taught me at a young age to change gears to keep defenders off balance. Yep.
And he's doing it. I love the tricks of the trade you just talked about. Thank you so much. Here's Walter. Still yet to score. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Pirtle.
I'll tell you this, Evan Mobley is changing as many shots as anyone right now.
Cavaliers leading. And here's Garland for 3. Boucher with the rebound. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the Raptors. They host the 76ers after this game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Here's Jerome. Barrett covering. Jerome passes to Powell. Ingram with the steal. Fast break Toronto. Here's Walter. And he jams it with authority.
Boy, it's a joy to watch Ingram as he's developed. One of the hardest working players in the game.
And the Raptors with some changes. Scotty Barnes, he's checked in for Chris Boucher. Dick comes in for Barrett. And quickly in for Walter. Then for the Cavaliers, Mamu Kelishvili is checked in, and it's Mitchell in for Ty Jerome.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Pass to Dick. In the corner, it's Ingram. Drops in the layup for 2.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. And Doris, this summer, the Cavaliers opting to make changes.
And Kevin, a little bit of a surprise in this particular way. They fired their coaching staff, bring in a new regime. And think about it, you fire that group after you've made the playoffs 2 seasons in a row, and yet you still opt to go in a different direction. So a lot of pressure on the staff coming in.
Cleveland's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. That is just nasty.
About the athleticism on that finish.
Nice.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Dick. The rebound by Mitchell. Cavaliers have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Driving in, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
One of the real streak scorers in the game. Donovan Mitchell is heated up and percolating.
41 seconds left in the first half. Stolen by Garland. And it's off from three-point range. Toronto trailing. On the wing quickly. Guarded by Garland. To the paint. Here's Pirtle. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
What you love about Jakob Poeltl is his reliability. You know he's going to give you rim protection and rebounds. The other part is he can play with his back to the basket. Somewhat of a lost skill.
Evan Mobley's checked in for Cleveland. Wade comes in for Jones. Garland against Quickly. Garland kicks to Powell. Now, here's Mitchell. Not a lot of room. And there it is for him. And that's 19 points for Donovan Mitchell. Near the three-point line, it's Ingram.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
It's all tied in Toronto. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
The Cavaliers 41.
Hello there, folks. Toronto Raptors in our featured matchup, which has not...
I've seen more stops in All-Star games. What do they call it, guys? Oh, yeah, Matador defense. They just let scores go by.
Olé! Now let's take a moment here for a look at the upcoming schedule. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Emmanuel quickly out there with Dick, and it's Ingram in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Still in his early 20s, Doris, Evan Mobley is such a great player. So long, athletic. I know you love his play.
I certainly do, Kevin, and there's a lot of reasons why. You begin on the defensive end of the floor. Great shot blocker, guard on the perimeter, and he continues to work and expand his offensive game. This guy's future is so bright.
Quickly the pass to Pirtle. And there's the drive, and the dunk by Pirtle.
Well, Pirtle and that big frame of his driving to the bucket, you love to see a big man move like that.
For 3, Mitchell. That's good, and it's Garland with the assist. Garland's got 6 assists in the game.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Pass to Pirtle. It's Dick on the wing. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Now Ingram. Here's Pirtle. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to go on Norman Powell.
You love to see him powering through the contact to get the bucket and one. Pirtle with a show of some strength.
Doris, what this team likes about Jakob Pirtle, the combination of 7-foot size.
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
And checking out some stats for Scotty Barnes. Last season, he played outstanding. Averaged about 20 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. And what is crazy is that these numbers might not even do his game justice. He's been phenomenal.
Feels like every night this guy does something that just blows your mind. So fun to watch. Someone the other players look up to.
Mitchell, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
Boy, right from the opening tip, guys, Mitchell was focused and locked in, and he is doing damage offensively.
Quickly against Garland. Offline with his 3. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Here's Mitchell.
Oh, goodness gracious.
How about that finish?
Oof. Wow.
Here's Quickly. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And the shot goes down. Quickly's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Outstanding handle from Quickly. Boy, just understanding how to break the defense down.
Mitchell right side. It's deflected. Here's the fast break. Tick leading the way. And the dunk by Barnes.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
And then Mitchell with the dunk. And the Cavaliers lead by 5.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg, believe me. But confidence to attempt the alley-oop to himself. Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. And it's Darius Garland with the rebound. And Doris, the Cavs had a very successful 23-24 season. 47 wins and the number 4 seed in the East.
And Kevin winning a playoff series, their first one without LeBron James since 1993. Most of the players on the floor weren't even alive back then. Incredible to think of it in that context.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, the Raptors are rebuilding with purpose. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're doing a good job at the start of this process, selecting the right people that care and are very committed to each other. That's a good baseline to build on. Kevin, slowly, the pieces are falling into place.
David, you're so right. He is great at developing those young players. Here's Barrett. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. 9 points for R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, R.J. Barrett is always working on his perimeter game, and he makes easy work at the mid-range.
The shot's good.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Raptors trail by 4. Quickly with it. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Barrett. Over Mitchell. Mobley with the block.
That's about reach, folks. The length, the athleticism, the timing of Evan Mobley.
And that one's good quickly. Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 36. When it comes to the game's elite scorers, Doris, Donovan Mitchell is certainly on that list.
Kevin, there's no question about it. He's a proven playoff performer, a natural leader who doesn't mind a team leaning into his scoring ability. And the beauty is he can do it in a lot of different ways. In the NBA, there is a high need for relentless scoring and skill to match that scoring. That is Donovan Mitchell. I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Raptors have gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. The shot and game clock separated by 4. That is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut back down to 2 points on the basket from Barrett.
Oh, that's some big-time grit by R.J. Barrett. You want some contact on me? I can finish anyway.
And it's Mitchell missing.
Yeah, and gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Pass to Shed. For the tie. Miss. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for Cleveland. He's approaching 40 points for him in the game. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. They've got Darius Garland. Powell is out there with Derek Jones. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the center, locking down the middle. The Cavaliers shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. And the three ball is good.
Well, just quick with the decision-making. Smart pass by Darius Garland.
Raptors trail by 3. Pass to Boucher. To the middle. Here's Shed. Here's Walter. The three ball. Garland with the defensive effort. There's the triple. Toronto grabs the miss.
And really, for some reason, just not a big part of their offense today. Hard to get into a rhythm when you're getting so few opportunities at the rim.
Pass to Mamu Kelishvili. Cleveland moving it around from 8. And he makes that one. And now a 5-point Cleveland lead.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
As a playmaker, Barrett has improved his vision. Plays with a good recognition and been very unselfish.
Mamu Kelishvili passes to Jerome. The Raptors have gone 2 of 4 from the field since they started the final quarter of play.
Going for that shot in that situation is something that isn't going to help the offense.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately. And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. During the last break, listened in on Darko Rajakovic talking to his team. Now, he talked about keeping confidence. He said this game is close, but we know we're the better team. Now it's time to go out there and prove it. See if they can come back in this one, guys.
All right, David, thanks. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Poeltl, and the dunk by Poeltl.
Well, the hard work on the offensive glass pays off for Jakob Poeltl. Like to see that mindset from the big man. Goes back up strong as soon as he gets his hands on the basketball.
And it's Ingram with the rebound. Ingram's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Off the inbound. Here's Poeltl. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
How about they look to Poeltl in a critical stretch, and he comes through. The pressure bringing out his best.
Mitchell. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Mitchell's got 43 points.
A guy many call a walking bucket, and Donovan Mitchell knows how to find those needed points.
Powell with the steal. There's Garland. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Cavaliers.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Poeltl finds quickly. Cranes it from beyond the arc.
Quickly, just a calm demeanor in the biggest of moments. That is beautiful basketball.
Pass to Mobley. Mitchell outside. And he gets it to go. Mitchell's got 45 points.
Wow, Donovan Mitchell simply fearless when his team is in need.
Here's Ingram. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Mobley.
Yeah, easy call.
He drops the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
At the line for
Both free throws, good for Ingram.
Well, this is the kind of player he is. The tougher the moment, the more he elevates his game.
For 3, Mitchell gets it to go from beyond the arc. Mitchell's got 48.
There are just certain guys that have the clutch instinct, and Donovan Mitchell, one of those.
And here's Garland for 3. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Now the D giving him a little bit of space beyond the three-point line, and that's all the room he needs.
That's his 4th personal foul. 3rd team foul.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
Brandon Ingram.
He's able to hit the second one, and that brings them within 8.
Yeah, he cuts the deficit a little bit, but not as much as he could have. One miss can make a big difference.
Hits it again. Wow.
My goodness. 50 for the end.
Yep, he is putting on a show. And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Ingram passes to Pirtle, and that one drops for him.
Well, at 7 feet, when Pirtle gets rolling, this guy can absolutely overpower you.
Barnes against Wade. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Garland.
3.
And the Cavaliers lead by 11.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
They get it again. Faster quickly. Here's the 3. He misses his 3rd shot of the game. He has made 6 of his 9. Here's Mitchell. He takes it in.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Boy, if he's got momentum, you better step back. Donovan Mitchell on his way to the cup.
And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, we'll be headed to the free throw.
Yeah, that's a bad move there. Stops the clock and puts the other side on the line.
Both free throws good for Ingram. 9 seconds left in the 4th. For 3, Mitchell. No good. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that
The Rockets on their way to the locker room, looking to deliver and welcome everyone to the NBA on 2K, and it's opening night. Great to be here with you, Clark.
Always great to be with you as well, BA. And this is perhaps my favorite night of the year when you talk about the NBA opening night. So much excitement, so much anticipation, and we know the rest of the season will deliver.
And now let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Charlotte Hornets. Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Miles Bridges is out there with Josh Okogie. And it's Williams in at the 5, down low. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. Pass to Miller. Williams a screen on Green. And Miller good for 3.
Part of why Brandon Miller went 2nd overall in 2023, he's a quality three-point shooter.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Ime Udoka and I were able to chat. I talked with Coach about LaMelo Ball and what he said to his guys before the game, and he said to me, I just told our guys to be active out there. LaMelo is an energetic, springy player, and we can't let him out-hustle and outwork us. LaMelo is a challenging assignment for any defense. We'll see how this unfolds, guys.
Thank you.
Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of... Hey, Coach, it's NBA opening night, one of the best dates on the calendar. I know you're as excited as I am.
I sure am. Finally, Kevin, we get some games that count. We've been waiting months for tonight, and I love how at this point, everybody has playoff aspirations.
A lot of optimism, isn't there, Coach?
There sure is. This is the best day of the year.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup.
Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
And a new group getting ready for Portland. Klingon, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Avdia comes in for Walker. Kamara, he's checked in for Grant, and it's Henderson in for Simon. Moody's checked in for the Warriors. Pajemski comes in for Williams. Scoot and Sharp for the backcourt set. Avdia out there with Klingon, and it's Kamara in at the 3. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. The Warriors lead by 16. Antetokounmpo, left side. It's not going to go for him. Nice D from Avdia. Portland has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the line for 2. And Brent, what you like about Toumani Camara? He'll get in there and do the dirty work for you.
Well, what a ride for him to get the recognition to become an NBA draft pick. He did all the little things to put himself in a position to succeed, and then all of a sudden can get on the floor and contribute in so many ways. Versatile defender, knocks down some mid-range shots. These are the kind of guys who you love to see build out a career.
Now here's Sharp. They set the pick from deep. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 and counting.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Warriors.
Absolute fireworks display. High-scoring game. They were unstoppable, Grant.
Yeah, just relentless from start to finish. And the pace was furious. Ultimately, they wore out the other team.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
Always good to start a season series off with a W. They showed tonight they take this team seriously, and the next 2 matchups between these two should be fun.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Stephen Curry.
Just active on defense, little things like clawing and scrapping and tipping passes and contesting shots. Came up with a lot of steals.
A line change here for Portland. And it's Simons missing. And Curry's got the ball here for the Warriors. 17-point game. Sinks it from distance.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
Santos has checked in for the Warriors. Spencer comes in for Curry. Here's Sharp. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Count that bucket. And at this point, they're loving this big lead.
Absolutely. And they haven't really faced a lot of resistance.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Williams from long range. Pure from three-point range.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And so it's the Warriors taking care of business in this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. That concludes the first.
On the board for the vision.
Now that the new season is tipped off, Richard, how important is it to get things off to a good start?
I'd say it's fairly important, but this is a long season, Kevin. It's about sustaining a high level of play consistently.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Moody is out there with Antetokounmpo, and it's Green in at the center. George double team, and no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And Giannis throws it down hard.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, the Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
On the wing, Markkanen. Nice ball movement by Utah. Kessler passes to Markkanen. Stolen away. And here they come. It's Curry outside. Another three for Golden State.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. 8-point game. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season. Collins passes to Markkanen. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Credit to him for trying to get that three right back. Missed the shot, but that's a fighter's mentality. Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
And he's good on the three ball.
Already a solid shooter. When you play off Markkanen, you risk getting burned.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Thanks, Kevin. Now, Will Hardy talked to me a little while ago. Now, I asked him about the challenge they face in defending Steph Curry. He said Steph is so hard to contain because of his constant movement off the ball. Conventional defenses won't work against him. The matchups will be fluid. He'll see a lot of different guys coming at him. He's looking and needing a total group effort. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line. They get Stephen Curry.
Name a type of shot Keontae George can hit it. More than capable of scoring at all three levels.
Fields checked in for the Warriors. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Thanks. Well, for the Warriors this summer, there was disappointment seeing their longtime trio broken up with the departure of Klay Thompson. But many around the league felt like with the additions they've made, this team is actually upgraded. So, guys, we'll see how they hold up in this crowded Western Conference. Do Steph Curry and Draymond Green have enough?
They'll be challenged for certain. Okay, Shams, thank you for the report. So it's the Warriors now, following the three-pointer by Utah. Podziemski's shot is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Shot by Collins, no good.
Now, I understand that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
Yes, that goes in.
And this is where you feed Giannis. The closer he is, the more dangerous he becomes.
Jazz trail by 3. George looking over the floor. Marking in from outside. Teardrop shot, and it's good on the layup. And it's 6 points for Lauri Markkanen.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Sexton, he's checked in for the Jazz. Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. Second, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
And Brandon Podziemski gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
4th team foul.
Here's Collins. His last outing with 20 points. Here's George, and it's blocked. Healed outside. Buries the long-range jumper.
Outstanding jumper from Buddy.
And here's
Draymond Green. Draymond Green.
Okay, I'm the new commentator. Put on some music. Oh, Smoothie has the ball. Oh, Smoothie hits a 3. Misses. Sexton has it. He launches it. Hits it. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Fakes. Draymond Green. 3. Hits it.
Draymond Green. 3 points.
Celebrations. He misses. The Dubs are up. The Dubs are up 6. End of the first quarter. Back in action. Second quarter here. No Shoots a three. Post gets back. And he gets the second shot opportunity. Isaiah Collier. But he grabs the rebound off the miss. Steph Curry for three. Oh no!
Curry, three.
I'm not playing Uno, but this is basketball. And Isaiah Collier. Just, what a chill shot. Kenny Hustle has the ball. Ooh, Kenny Hustle with the dunk.
Assist from Stephen.
Utah was so desperate for a shot or a block. They called it timeout. Steph guarding. Jordan Clarkson. New post. Rebound. Stephen Curry. Greatest shooter in the world. Dogs have a 10-2 run now. See it. See it. He just shoots it. I don't know if Collier is pronounced Collier or Collier, so just call it Collier. Ooh, Steph Curry. Three, nice. Puts the bullet in the basket. Double team. Buddy Hield's guarding Colin Sexton. It was a tough possession, but it's no good. Steph Curry deep. No. Steph Curry steal. Nope. Filipowski gets a shot.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Steph for three. Nope.
Colin Sexton, 2.
Oh, Colin Sexton gets it.
Timeout for Golden State.
Now let's get back. Now let's get back. Let's get back to. Let's get back to the commentator, the original commentator.
And the Warriors with the 5 on the floor. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
Outside, Markkanen. Left side, Clarkson. Green with the block.
No matter what night it is, Green seeks to intimidate and more often than not succeed.
Podziemski on the wing. A three-pointer is right on target. Podziemski's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Outside, Markkanen. Lobbed up there for Collins. Antetokounmpo with the steal. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. They get it back outside for Curry. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
44 seconds left in the second quarter. Outside Collins. Pass to Markkanen. Shot to stop the run. Warriors with the rebound. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, they just pummeled them from the perimeter. Did a nice job working the ball around and getting those high percentage looks.
George against Curry. From the line. The shot by George, no good.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
Here's Clarkson. No good on the last second attempt there. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. From they're measuring up the shot. Oh, someone left the window open. Let's hear it.
Welcome.
Vintage teamwork right there tonight. Everyone is looking to be the setup guy.
Yeah, well, anyone could be the next to score.
Okay, guys, now let's see what the fans are buzzing about over on social media. Here's a question for Shaq from Denzel MVP. He wants to know, big fella, do you think you would have made the NBA if you were 1 foot shorter?
Wait, hold on. I already know what Shaq's going to say. So I'll jump in and say it wrong. No. With that shooting form, no. Not with that.
Kenny, of course I would have. Not only that, I'd still dominate. I would have played big and taken you to the post, little man.
Well, you can't be 6'1" and posting up guards in the NBA. Come on, man. Be serious.
Yo, chat, I got a question for y'all.
And that is it for halftime, folks.
To bring
It is
back
back to
anybody
Kevin Harlan and the crew for the
that's
second
retired
half.
in the NBA into today's league, who would it be? For me, I think Shaq would be.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Curry has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
By the way, y'all like the music?
Jazz shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. Setting the floor for the Warriors. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Antetokounmpo is out there with Moody. And it's Green in at the center, filling out the middle. Green kicks to Curry. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists in the game.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
The greatest shooter ever, Steph Curry. You played with him. What was it like seeing him day in and day out?
I had the pleasure of playing with Steph the first year he broke the NBA record for threes in a season. And when I tell you, he was just scratching the surface. He was always looking to push the boundaries, to see what he can do, and to work at every aspect of his shooting.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you. The Utah Jazz last season became one of the first teams in the league to move their games to broadcast television. It's a gamble, but they just about tripled their reach. With the rapid growth in the region, they have a chance to attract new fans. Kevin, no doubt, other NBA teams are keen to see how this goes.
Oh, David, no question at all. And we thank
Get your tickets to this game, because it's going to be competitive.
you for your report.
All right, a chance to check out the numbers for Clarkson. Some last season stats for him. Last season put up about 17 points per, 5 assists and 3 rebounds. When you have a shooter like him off the bench, it makes scoring so much easier for the bench.
Guys like that can really stretch your weapons offensively.
Sorry about the ads on the music. I don't pay for Spotify Premium.
Markkanen finds George. Collins setting the big for George. Pass to Collins. Antetokounmpo with the steal. Launches a 3. The rebound by the Jazz. Kessler's got 6 rebounds in the game. Clarkson for 3. Podziemski grabs the board. Podziemski's got 4 rebounds in this game. Giannis drives in. And Giannis Antetokounmpo throws it down hard.
Dunk!
So
See
strong.
that
Giannis has
again.
really added some bulk since entering the league.
Put in
Helps him
some effort,
absorb
Giannis.
the contact.
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's George, and then George with the jam.
I guess Keontae George
To get some true
responded
Yo,
back.
he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Timeout called the Warriors. Fields checked in for Moody. And while we have a chance, let's take a look at the best free throw shooters in the league from last season. Second, Stephen Curry.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
The quick look, no good that time. Jazz have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Here's Clarkson. Draymond Green with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Just an ugly show for them offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside,
Giannis.
he is not
That's
to
why-
be stopped.
That's why
A
he's
touch
so
over
aggressive.
2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Clarkson for 3. Podziemski grabs the board. Podziemski's got his 5th rebound in this one. Break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46 and 36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Yep, that one goes. George has got 11. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. It's Curry outside, and another 3 for Golden State.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
Utah has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. George passes to Clarkson. Here's the floater, and the layup is up and in. He's got 5.
And savvy inside play by Clarkson, getting himself a look right at the basket.
Green, the pass to Giannis. Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
And this is how you want to
The
come out of
greatest
that.
dunker ever,
Prolific
Giannis.
and efficient.
Well, I credit some of that to their communication out on the floor. They are
Giannis can
attacking as a
dunk.
unit.
And it's George.
He can defend like a beast.
Taking the D.
Sorry if I'm being too loud.
I mean, that was one heck of a move to get himself the space he needed to operate.
And how about the slam to finish it off? Not too shabby either. There's 39 seconds left
And especially to the headphone users.
to play in the third. The Warriors have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. A shot by Podziemski, no good.
And usually
7-11, like the
nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
convenience store.
And it's George missing. Golden State's gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. So it'll be Giannis Antetokounmpo shooting. It's on Jordan Clarkson. The Warriors shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Here's Sensabaugh. Pass to Collier. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. Warriors ahead, running away. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter.
You've got it.
Next stream, I'm going to put on some NCS hip-hop, see how that is.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. They've got Sexton, also Collier out there, and it's Filipowski in at the 5 spot. That's the group right now for Utah.
The playmaking of Hild, it's really improved over the years.
And so Sexton will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Sinks the three-pointer. Hendricks has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
The kick out to Williams. Hendricks pulls it in. Utah shooting a pretty low 34% thus far. Great Colin Sexton, still so young. He entered the league when he was just 19.
Yeah, drafted back in 2018. Sexton has a few years left in his 20s, so you expect him to continue to expand his game and improve on both ends.
Luke's checked in for Utah.
And the aggressiveness Sexton plays with is infectious. He motivates his teammates to play just as hard.
Here's Sensabaugh. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. And a moment to check out now what Utah has coming up. On Monday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Tuesday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Sacramento Kings.
And you know, for that matchup with Denver, that one will mark game number 6
Spice
for
2
them in the NBA
Cages,
season.
spitting out random players for random teams
now
for
and
no
then
reason.
to the rotation.
Pass to Juzang. Greg, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
The Jazz making a switch here. Markkanen's checked in. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Here's Collier, guarded by Kerr. Markkanen can't get it to go.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Here's Post. Rebound, Utah.
I know I haven't posted on Twitch in a while, but I'm going to try it out tomorrow. Then I'm going to go back on YouTube and live stream.
Filipowski's got 4 rebounds now tonight. It's stolen by Hield. And then Hield with the dunk.
Coming in hot, Buddy Hield makes a big play to the hoop, and it pays off big time.
Utah has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. There's the lob to Markkanen.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Hield with the bucket.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Warriors.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent.
Some people in my Discord asked if I care about my viewers. I care about my viewers. I don't want anything happening to them. I like live streaming for a living. I like YouTube. And it's totally fine with me. I've been dreaming of this moment since I was a kid. You can support me if you want by subscribing. You don't have to, but if you do, then you can.
On it the entire game.
Jazz have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Pass to Sensabaugh. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Hield with the bucket.
Love the response there from Hield.
I do care about my
threes.
subscribers. And I do care about the people who ain't subscribed too.
1:36 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
So note that. Next time I live.
Here's Collier. Here's Sensabaugh. And the layup is good. Sensabaugh has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Warriors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so with this, they'll end up with their
After
second
this
win
game,
on
I'm going
the
to
year.
stop the live
And
stream.
this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Stephen
Probably
Curry.
work on that.
And he's been a well-oiled
Nightbot.
machine on offense, keeping things simple on this end, getting
I worked
the
on
looks
it
that
on
he wanted, knocking him
about
down.
2 back when
And
it
they
was my
came
main
in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
And as it should be, to be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home
on it
feeling good.
Clarkson for 3. Traps in the tray.
A fine shooter from deep. Clarkson has a good feel for when to let it
transfer
fly.
over some of the commitments.
Healed from outside. And another 3 for Golden State.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
I've won
And
live
that
multiple
score
times
probably
in this.
slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
That's his first personal foul.
And I'm not giving up on YouTube
The first one
till the day I die.
For the Jazz, George. Taken.
And George drops them both. And it's the Warriors' ball.
Very passionate
Just
about
1
it.
second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Spencer, defended by George. Here's Livingston, and another 3 for Golden State.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
Yeah, that's a bad move there. Stops the clock and puts the other side on the line.
He hits the second from the line. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Spencer. Williams for 3, and that falls.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game,
Game
so
over.
much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? I don't care.
Thanks so much, David. And
I
that
could
about
be
wraps it up.
screaming for a
For
million
Greg
years
Anthony,
straight.
Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. We'll see you later.
That would never stop. Anyways, y'all. Peace. I'm out. See y'all next stream. Peace.